This fanfiction is only for entertainment purposes, so please don't take it seriously and don't be offended. It's just a story made out of imagination, so it doesn't define any character in real life. I hope you'll enjoy the story and leave positive comments without hating the author and character. I don't own any pictures, but the storylines are completely mine. I will do voiceover, so you can mute it if you want. Hope you will like the video. You were making noodles when you heard a voice and looked ahead only for your heartbeat to be fastened. The man walking inside the hall was looking like nothing but a walking death signal. A man who's there to destroy everything. Your hand shivered seeing his white shirt, which was anything but white now. It was drenched red, and you know what's that red color very well. He had a gun in his hand and he looked furious while walking towards stairs. You sat down and hid under the kitchen counter when you heard footsteps close to you. You prayed from God for him to not notice you and just left, but your prayed get never listened by God. He was there now, inside the kitchen. Standing few feet away from you with a smirk on his face like he saw something amusing. He sat down there, his back leaned on the fridge behind while his dark gaze stayed at your trembling figure as he took out a cigarette from his pocket and lighted up. Its smell made you realize that he was there and you opened your eyes nervously. You turn your head only to find him tilting his head a little at you and smirk. "When did you come here, baby girl?" he say while your grip on your clothes tightened. You looked down immediately, trying to control your cough, which you were getting because of the smoke of his cigarette. Finally you lost and start coughing with moist eyes while he took a puff from it. He smirked seeing you looking everywhere but at him and didn't even complain about his cigarette. Strange, isn't it? That I am addicted to every little thing that you hate the most, baby girl. Blood, alcohol, cigarette and... he say as his eyes sparkle while he kept looking at you intensely. And you. You kept looking down, still fearing him. You already start regretting accepting your best friend kindness and came here to live with her only to end up in this situation with her older brother. It wasn't like you didn't know that he always have something for you. But you always ignore it or avoid it because you know how dangerous his love can be. He's your best friend elder brother, Jungkook. Jungkook was looking at you from up to down with his satisfied look like he finally gets some peace after a long time. He's the reason you always avoid coming to your best friend Leah house, but this time you didn't have any choice but to come here. Jungkook, so what bring you here, baby girl? Must be something serious, otherwise you won't come here, would you? YN, shuddering, I just move out from my house to live my life and Leah invited me over to this place. You say knowing it won't be any good to not reply to him. Jungkook chuckled, even if you say it nicely then too it won't change the fact that they kicked you out, baby girl. Those animals whom you called your so-called family was always like this. Didn't I warn you about them? They would never choose you over their real daughter. He say only for your face to turn more gloom while he sigh knowing that those people still affects you. He looked at the ceiling and say. Jungkook, you say that your family is a respected and honorable one, that's why you could never accept me because I come from the dark world. What about now? Do you still not realize that a man who didn't hide anything is much more better than those people who hide their true faces behind those respects and honor? He say in his deep voice only for you to look at him, seeing how genuine he was while saying this. Now that you don't belong to that family, then can't you just belong to him? This was the question roaming in your mind, as you know he will never leave you, but you choose to not choose him because you are afraid of yourself. YN, I always brings bad luck everywhere. I am an unclean spirit. Jungkook, oh girl, you are divine. You are the goddess I prayed for in my every single breath. Stop hating yourself so much, baby girl. Or if you just want to keep doing it, then give yourself to me. I will show you what devotion and being devour is. Not even for a second I will feel you like that again. He say extending his hand towards you, but you only looked at his other hand which was holding cigarette. YN, you were right, Mr. John. You loved everything that I hate, this blood, alcohol, cigarette and me. And that's why I can't give myself to you. Jungkook, why? Are you afraid that you will start loving yourself? Jungkook asked with a lowly chuckle, his hand still extended waiting for you to hold it. You didn't say anything. Just come out from under that counter, stood up and walked away, making him realize that you still didn't choose him. Jungkook, one day you are gonna create a record of rejecting this worthless Mafia king infinite times. Jungkook said, looking at his hand while a lone tear escaped his eyes because his peace again left him. You came in your room only to get a jump scared when a cat jumped on you. You dodged it and stumbled only to fall on couch. Before you could even process, that cat came to you again and start rubbing his head against your stomach lovingly while making small sounds. You chuckled a little as you weren't scared anymore. You pat its head with a small smile as it leaned onto you. You feel something familiar about it, like you met it before, but you ignored the fact. When Leah came out from washroom and smiled seeing you playing with that cat. Leah, looks like Bella like you. You looked at Leah then at Bella, the cat. So this cute little thing name is Bella. I didn't know you have a cat too. Leah, it's not mine. It's Jungkook Oppa cat. She say, and your hand almost stopped patting it as you just realized that this cat almost smelled like him, and that's why it was giving you sense of peace too. Leah. You know she never let anyone touches her, not even me except Jungkook Oppa, but it's not shocking that she's so touchy with you even after meeting you only for the first time. Like master, like pet. Looks like both are obsessed with you. She say only for you to look at her sharply while she chuckled and sat beside you. You already start patting Bella again, seeing how much she wants it. Leah, teasingly, looks like Jungkook Oppa likes cats very much. Either it is this cat or yours. I don't have cat. Leah, well you have one, sweetheart. And that's gonna be my Jungkook Oppa's favorite thing. I can guarantee you. She say, grinning ear to ear while winking at you, but you still not realize what she's talking about, which made her shook her head at your innocence. Leah, I wish you weren't this innocent, sweetheart. Leah say, trying to touch Bella when she start meowing at her in anger, making Leah pout. Leah, arrogant cat. I don't know why that person even saved you, risking her life. What? Leah, brother told me that he adopted this cat after a kind person saved her from an accident and was too sad because that person can't take it home. Leah say, only for your heartbeat to be fastened. You don't know why, but something seems too familiar with this cat, but it can't be because the one you saved 3 years ago was already dead, according to your family. When you throw a tantrum for it that time, they somehow agreed, but you regret after you realize that they killed it so that they won't have to bring it home. You looked at that cat when another tear slipped from your eyes. You picked it up in your arms and kissed it as much as you can. Leah was confused yet stay silent, realizing that there's no way his brother would love a cat just because she was pitiful once. There should be another reason, and the reason was you. Days passes by peacefully like this. You start spending more and more time with Bella, and each passing day you realize that just how much similar she is to Jungkook. Just like him, she never left you and made you realize every single time that you are not worthless. Jungkook also start coming home regularly just to have dinner with you and Leah every night, but the only thing you hate about him is that after dinner he go to his room and drunk until he faint just to sleep peacefully. You enter in the Leah's room as you can't sleep, so you thought of talking with her for some time. You saw Leah looking in the sky in her balcony. You went near her with a smile. She noticed you, then say while looking at the sky. Leah, look at those stars, My brother was just like them once. He was happy, truly happy. He smiled, shined, and lived until one day we lost our everything. You asked me once that how did my brother become a mafia and what happens to our parents, remember? Leah say, looking at you while you hold her hand, seeing her shivering. Leah, we were a happy family. A normal family. But one day my dad denied to some illegal work of a powerful and respected family. My dad was truly a hero, that's why instead of breaking hundreds of innocent people's house, he chose to took fight against him. My mother supported him. I was too little to understand anything and my brother was too mature to not. One day I woke up from my bed only to find my brother carrying me in his arms and running away while his own tears streaming down. I looked back only to find my beautiful house turning into ashes. I can see from afar there were some people standing there and laughing. They didn't know we escaped, but we did. Somehow we escaped and my brother took me to my father's friend. He was the leader of the group my brother's running now. It was a small group that time, but the rage of revenge in my brother's heart made it this big. You know who was the first man he killed after becoming capable of it? It was the man who destroyed my innocent family. Leah say as tear escaped from her eyes, and you realize that it wasn't only you who have a traumatic childhood. No one was born a villain. It's just some people who made a person villain. You were also adopted by your parents because they want to gain sympathy from people. They want to show everyone that how big their heart is, and that's why even after having their own children they adopt you. Leah, you always told me that how much you hate him drinking and smoking. I do too, but I will never stop him because instead of a corpse I want my brother breathing body. I have come out from that nightmare, but he's still stuck there, and if he won't lose his mind by drinking and smoking, then in his current state he would do something to himself. He tried it before too. He tried. Leah say and start breathing heavily in your arms. You somehow calmed her down, then make her sleep on bed. You kissed her forehead before leaving the room. You immediately went to Jungkook's room and opened it without knocking. Only to find him sitting on floor while his back was leaned on bed's wooden part. His one hand held alcohol while other a cigarette, and he smelled just like them. He looked at you while tilting his head a little. Jungkook, I never saw a more beautiful dream than this. My baby girl walking into my room like a goddess, she is to free me from everything. He say chuckling while you enter inside and kept looking at him. YN, stop playing with your life, Jungkook. Do you know how much harmful these things are for you? You say pointing at alcohol and cigarette. Jungkook, smirk, not more than you, baby girl. YN, I am not joking. Do you know how much Leah loved you? How could you do this? How could you even think of taking your life? You say while your heartbeat fastened as a tear slipped from your eyes. Jungkook chuckled amusingly, then held your hand and pulled you on his lap. Jungkook, sigh. So Leah told you everything. Careful, baby girl, because what I saw in your eyes is only pity for me. Let me warn you that pity is much more dangerous than love. He say, stroking your cheek while another tear escaped from your eyes, which he wiped. You weren't accepting him because you were too broken to love someone, but realizing today that he's much more broken than you, stir something inside you. YN, why are you doing this to yourself? Don't you love yourself even a bit? You asked genuinely, only for him to trace your jawline and replied. Jungkook, I love you. Does that count? YN, Jungkook. Jungkook, yes baby girl. He say, looking deep into your eyes. Neither you stood up from his lap nor he let you. YN, can't you leave this alcohol, cigarette and every toxic thing that affects your life, please? For me. You say, cupping his face. Jungkook, but I can't leave you. He replied, leaning into your hand. YN, I am serious. You say, only for him to chuckle lowly. Jungkook, I can't sleep without them. Every time I tried, my breath become heavy. I want my hand and mouth to be filled with something to live. He replied honestly, making your heart ache for him. YN, then replace it with something else. Something which won't do anything to your health and yet can give you peace. You say, only for his heart to skip a beat as he looked at you. Jungkook, then will you become the replacement? You are more addicted and peaceful than them. My hands can hold you instead this bottle and cigarette. My lips can have yours and be busy all the time. I won't even look at them again if you give me yourself. He say, looking at you while your heart skipped a beat. He knew you will deny again, but still he say what he wants to say. You didn't say anything, only to him to be shocked as he realized what you were thinking. Jungkook, don't baby girl. Don't even think of it. I am warning you, if you once say yes, then even I can't save you from myself. There's no turning back from me, and I am sure you don't want to stuck with me just because of some pity. It's dangerous, baby girl. Even you thinking about it is dangerous. He say while you joined your forehead with his only for him to close his eyes. His heartbeat fastened as he realized you made your mind. YN, do you love me? Jungkook, breathless, yes. YN, you once told me that if I can't love myself then I should give myself to you. You will show me what true devouring and devotion is. I accept. You say, finally breathing while his hand wrapped around your waist as if he will never leave it again. Jungkook, wrong choice, sweetheart. That's why you shouldn't pity anyone. At least not me. See what you bring yourself for. He say as you looked into his eyes which already darkened. Jungkook, I hate the smell coming from me right now. I want to smell like you tonight and every night. He say as he pulled you closer, leaving no gap between your bodies while you gasped, but you were determined to be his because you know that you both need each other right now. Jungkook, kiss my hand like it's everything you have. Like you are longing for it. Like you are kissing me. He say, extending his hand to you, and to show him your seriousness you did what he wants. You never kissed anyone, that's why you were clumsily kissing his hand while he was smirking, and suddenly he removed his hand from your lips and replaced it with his own lips. He gently lay you down on floor without pulling away and devour you like a hungry beast, like an obsessed lover, like anything but normal. Finally he got his piece and now he was claiming it because he can. He feel more addicted and obsessed than before just after having a taste of you while your hand grabbed his shirt and you close your eyes taking everything that he's giving you. Even those butterflies in your stomach was yours now. This is how you become his one and only addiction now. The end.